And welcome back. It is exactly 5 minutes past the hour, 10 o'clock. Welcome to Jeff Koinange Live. The bench is full today. It is no doubt a full bench and full of great young people, the young leadership of this country. We call them today's readers, tomorrow's leaders. I slipped it myself and I said, let's do it slowly. So, there goes the nervousness. Now we can all relax, right? Okay. Right next to me, Joki Kariuki. She's a vice chair. JKLive. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Ladies first on the far end over there. Ikram Amina, academics representative, Kenyatta University. Closer to me, Anthony Manyara. He's the president of KUSO, that's Kenya University Students Organization. And on the far end, Marco Laboso, president, Daystar University. Welcome, all of you guys. Karibuni sana.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start ladies first. Joki, so you're vice chair.
Yes.
JKLive?
Yes.
What are you studying? What year are you in?
I'm in third year. I'm studying procurement and contract management.
Procurement. I wonder why. Why actually? Why procurement?
It's like a trend. It's like a trend.
You want to make money. You
Yes.
can tell us. You just want to make money.
I want to make money. Who doesn't want to make money?
Exactly.
Yeah.
True. Okay. Ikram, ladies first.
I'm a final year.
Final year, yeah.
Yes, doing economics and statistics.
And what you want to do with this going forward? What do you want to do?
Okay, I want to venture in corporate world and maybe be a CEO of some big multinational company.
Everybody's thinking of making money. All right. Anthony, you are the, for lack of a better word, you are the Babu Owino of the University of Nairobi. Because you were UON president at one point, yes?
Yeah.
And then now you are KOSU president. How many years have you been on campus?
Jeff, this is my fourth term as the president of
Fourth
KUSO.
term?
Yes. Yeah.
Go on.
I first began as the president of the University of Nairobi, but under the new constitution. But I was the first UNSA president and the last SONU chairman. Mm-hmm. When Babu Owino retired from University of Nairobi politics, there was a window in between 2017 and 2018. So during that specific window, students felt very wise to elect me as their chairman of SONU. I became the last SONU chairman.
Yes.
Then the following year, I did my campaigns. Back then, I was in the pursuing architectural studies, and I was elected as the first University of Nairobi students president. After then, the same year, there was an elections which was done by a caucus of all presidents of the entire country. I was elected their chairman. From then, we did also another meeting in Nigeria. There's a state there called Ogun State. I was elected the president of all universities in Africa.
You?
So I served for 1 year, Jeff. So I have been chairman of KUSO for the last 4 years. Even when I graduated in 2019, still students saying that the will of the conference is the voice of God.
And you're still a student?
So I was still elected for...
Are you still a student?
Yes.
What are you studying?
I graduated taking architecture, and then afterwards I pursued law. Right now I'm a first year law student. So I still have more years to still fight. Yeah.
I was afraid to ask. You are the Babu. Okay. Yeah. Marco.
Yes, Jeff.
You have a very familiar last name. Everybody wants to know. First of all, how long have you been president of the Daystar University?
Actually, Jeff, I was just freshly elected, not even a month.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. And this is under the new constitution after the Universities Act of 2016 was amended by Aden Duale. The previous constitution, you know, Daystar University has two campuses.
Right.
There's the Athi River campus and the Valley Road campus. So previously, the president of Valley Road was also couldn't be the president of the other campus. Each campus had a respective president. But under the new constitution, I am the overall president of Daystar University.
Yeah. Both campuses?
Both campuses.
Okay, and obviously politics is in your blood?
Politics is in my blood, Jeff.
Go on.
So basically, I'm Marco Laboso. I'm the son to the late Lona Laboso, who unfortunately died in a plane crash. Still remember it vividly in 2008. And after that incident, I came to be raised by my foster mother, Governor Joyce Laboso. So politics is in the blood.
It's in the blood.
Yes.
How old were you when your mother passed?
When my mother passed, I was 9 years old.
You said you remember vividly.
I remember vividly. Actually, Jeff.
We have a picture of her actually on the air. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, what happened is we used to stay in Kilimani, in Demi Road, and I was with my sister, Mina. So what happened is that time I was in Rose of Sharon Academy. I was a young kid, and I was doing my homework. Then I heard my sister wailing from the sitting room. And she came to the room where I was doing my homework, and I asked her, what's going on? And she told me, Marco, pray. And I asked her, what's going on? What is happening? But she just told me to pray, and she later told me that my mom had passed away. And at that time, I was still a kid, and I was praying to God to bring my mom back to life. I never knew after death, someone can't resurrect. Yeah.
Well, wherever she is, she's smiling at you, brother. Don't worry about it. She's smiling at you. Okay, Ikram, real quick. First woman Chief Justice ever in this country. Your thoughts about Martha Kome's history-making event?
Let me say, Jeff, who thought that Montley will be the first Prime Minister of Barbados? The likes of Michelle Obama in her campus life. Look at Kamala Harris. So this is just, and Samia Suluhu.
Right next door.
2020 or 2021, they say it's just the year of females. And she deserved it. Yes.
Joki, your thoughts about that?
It's nice to see that there are more women coming into power, and it's not just a man's world anymore as it was before. It's really nice to see that there are more women coming up into politics and big positions, and it's really nice to see that.
Yeah, Anthony, you just saw the recently concluded by elections, actually literally hours ago. Juja, Bonchari, your thoughts about these by elections? As a student leader, as a president?
Jeff, allow me even before I comment on that, the Chief Justice who has been appointed by the President just a moment ago, she comes from Meru.
Yes.
So, and I also come from Meru. I'm not likely maybe to make it an affair of Meru people because she belongs to the whole country, but I would especially congratulate her for being the Chief Justice, the first female Chief Justice in this country. I'd also say that we are looking forward to see even more women leaders come up. Remember, in Kuso we have so much mentored very many students through WOSWA. It's a women kind of association, which mentors young females all the way up. Now, coming to the elections of Bonchari, I have known Pavel Oimeke for some time now, even when he was in the regulatory board. I've also known Opore for a long time. In fact, last week I made a call to him, extended a call as the Kuso chairman. I told him the will of comrades from that constituency. They have said, he joined politics in 1998. He has overstayed, in fact, and we need fresh blood to take up these positions. I extended a call, I told him, just prepare, don't waste too much money in between, simply because we have seen what is likely to happen. So, to me, it's not something which came as a surprise to me, because that's some. But just to wrap it all, Jeff, concerning those elections, it's a wake-up call even to our Deputy President, William Ruto. I think Deputy President William Ruto goes to history as the first politician in the entire world to probably celebrate the victory of a candidate who doesn't come from his own party, which is Jubilee. But in the same breath, also congratulate Pavel Oimeke for his, of course, victory. That is a win, of course, for handshake. So basically, that is what I would say, on behalf of students.
Yeah. It seems like every other week there's a by-election, Marco. I mean, goodness, we're always in election mode as Kenyans.
Yes, as Kenyans, we're always on elections mode, and we should always be ready. And actually, Jeff, if you see the way Kenyans are voting, things have changed. Kenyans are now woke. If you look at the by-elections, even from Sambweni, people are voting against the terrain, and now it is the constituents are focusing more on leaders, transformative leaders who are not going to be given the seat and after 5 years, they have no record, no track record to show for it. And I think even as the 2022 elections are around the corner, people should know that even as the youth coming this election, we will be looking at your manifesto. We will be looking at what you're bringing to the table, what you have in store for the youth. And I would also like to emphasize, Jeff, these political leaders that come and lie to us, and they brainwash us young members and young people, the youth basically. Woe unto them, because 2022, they shall be surprised. From the ward level, to the constituency level, to the county level, and even in the presidential race, we will surprise you people.
Joki, I see you're nodding your head. Do you agree with Marco?
Yes, I agree with Marco. Even you can see even from the by-elections that happened in Juja that the more people are actually voting for people who actually want change in the constituency, not just who is more popular or who is more vocal or who is more known, which is a good thing. Young people are becoming more woke, and it's beautiful to see that we actually know that we have to exercise our rights also as voters and vote for the right people in.
Yeah, Ikram, I love that word, woke.
Jeff, they just concluded by election, going by the rule of law and the direction of our democracy, the standards of democracy. It is something that tells us a lot. You know, people are not like politically principled, divided in ideology. They are more divided in who is the commander in chief, and they are in politics of man worship. We should be worried, Jeff.
We should be very worried, huh?
Yes.
2022 will be different. Anthony, your thoughts? I mean, it looks like the ground is shifting, huh? Things, kwa ground, vitu ni different. Sio?
Yeah, kweli. What I can say is that, Jeff, if you look at the youths of this country as we speak currently, the leaders have taken advantage of the youths, especially the politicians. And when I say about the politicians, when you look at that tunnel, the way we say that there is light at the end of the tunnel, we have a tendency of a certain crop of leaders in this country who are politicians, certainly, they keep on extending that tunnel so that if a youth pictures or even a youth is looking through that tunnel, they keep on extending that tunnel so that you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So what I would just say, Jeff, is that the leaders in this country, especially the politicians, both in the Senate and even in the National Assembly, they should take up youths as people who have potential. Even these by-elections that have happened yesterday and today, these people, they are youths. We have seen people have come out unanimously to elect youths. We are not trying to say that we sideline those who are not youths, but generally these people have a lot of energy and vigor. They are people who can be able to speak on behalf of fellow youths. Because currently, Jeff, if you look at the World Youth Report, you realize that the youths, there is a lot of youth unemployment. You realize that what they focused on, there is a lot of disconnect between the people who are employed and those who are not employed. That is why, Jeff, if you look at the priorities, which even are set aside by the Cabinet Secretary for Youth and ICT, the youths are being empowered simply because these are the same people we will see them in the National Assembly, in the Senate, in the years to come. And I like the way, Jeff, you saying that leaders of tomorrow, even slightly to correct you, these are leaders of today, because the position I hold right now, it's not a position of tomorrow, and already I'm a leader.
Okay, let me go around the bench and ask you one same question, everybody.
Yeah.
Marco, who do you look up to in today's leadership? Who are your heroes? Who do you admire?
I think, Jeff, what I'd like to say is not even in today's leadership. There are leaders that have inspired me, leaders who may be not here today. And an example is Nelson Mandela. I love that man, Jeff. And I aspire to be like him. You know, the servant leadership, you know. Yeah. Many people, when they come into leadership, the unfortunate thing, Jeff, is they don't think about the people. They have their own self-interests. And if you look at the life of Nelson Mandela, he was a servant leader, and he sacrificed himself for the people. And even later, you would see he went and was jailed in Robben Island for many, many years. And that is the leadership I think we should try and emulate. And even as us, the youth, we should be looking in that direction. Yeah.
Ikram, who do you look up to? Who do you admire?
Nationally, unfortunately, no one.
You see how bold you people are? You're not afraid to say that there's no one in Kenya who you admire right now.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, globally or Africa?
Globally, Africa, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Globally, again,
Before you also mentioned Samia Suluhu Hassan. She's also
Samia, you know, okay.
So far,
so good. She's an advocate of democracy, and I love that. So, but for now, I'm not looking up to her.
Only Ellen Johnson Sirleaf.
Only her.
I met her a few times. She's very good. Well done. Anthony, who do you look up to? Who do you know?
First of all, Jeff, internationally, I look up to the former president of the United States, that is Barack Obama. I've looked at his history, how he has come up, all the way from when he was very young as a law student until when he was elected the first black president in the United States. I think he has inspired me because he came from the very roots, against all odds, against system, against a society whereby a black person will not be perceived to hold position. And then again in Africa, I look up to Paul Kagame, who is the president of Rwanda. He has modeled this country to be a masterpiece for these other countries, especially when it comes to urban planning. You know, myself, I'm an architect, so I so much perceive matters to do with affordable housing, these matters to do with how cities are built and so forth. When you come to Kenya, I'm just going in a descending order. When you come to Kenya, nationally, I wouldn't want to be very specific on who I look up to simply because we really get pieces of inspiration from different leaders.
So just mention one or two then, if you're getting pieces. Mention one or two.
Well, if where I come from, I can say I look up to my two leaders, Kiraitu Murungi and Peter Gatirao Munya, simply because you can learn a lot from Kiraitu and still you can learn a lot from Munya. Nationally, basically, it's Ruto and Raila, so and also our president, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta.
So you leave nobody out, huh?
So I'm not specific when it comes to local matters.
A real politician. Jockey, who do you look up to? Who do you admire?
I generally say the late Wangari Maathai, because she really stood her ground regarding what she was really passionate about, like for example, the way she even had her hair pulled and all those sagas, and she still said that a building will not come up in the park. And I think that we should be bold and firm and rooted to our ground. Nobody should tell you that they'll give you this or give you this so that they can make you to change your opinion. You just stand your ground and be firm to it.
Are you interested in national politics beyond campus? Are you interested? Yes or no?
For now, no.
Oh, okay. Very honest. Anthony, I'm not even going to ask you. I know you are.
Yes.
Well done. Marco?
What I'll say, Jeff, is that in leadership, everyone looks at greener pastures, and of course in future, I would even want to lead this country in that manner, but we need to know that leadership is God ordained.
Absolutely.
It's given by God.
How old are you, Marco?
I'm 22 years old.
Ikram?
24.
Anthony?
26.
Jockey?
22.
Wow.
Yeah, so to finish, Jeff, as I was saying, leadership is God ordained, and I want to lead in Daystar University, and I want to come out with a legacy that stands out, so that in future, that when it happens, the people of Bomet, the people of Sotiko, the people of Nairobi, wherever it is, they come and ask me, they want Marco to be their leader because he has a proven track record, and I think that is the way it should be.
So you're saying President Laboso has a ring to it?
Of course, why not?
Adding to what Marcos has said, leadership is God calling, and it's the highest call under the sun.
And you're ready for it.
It's not stopping here.
Anthony, you're ready for
and
it,
it's
aren't
not stopping now.
Jeff,
You've been ready.
If you ask me, I will tell you that the voice of comrades is the voice of God. if at all you are elected as a president
Yes.
in any university,
Yes.
automatically it's God who has spoken.
So the voice of comrades?
So for my 4 years which I've been elected,
Yeah.
I always feel like it's a calling. Just like the way a pastor is called to have a church.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's take a break, folks. You guys, at least you're honest. We're all very honest. This is the future, folks. This is the future. We're talking about today's readers, tomorrow's leaders. How about that? Say it very slowly, otherwise you'll strip and stride and shrub, as you call it. But I like the word woke. And they're all woke, these young folks. Folks, listen to them and keep tweeting. I'm sure you have some questions. This is the future of Kenya right here. And Jeff Koinange Live is powered by Johnny Walker. That's right, Johnny Walker, exhibiting its eminence in electrifying quality and celebrating 200 years of blended Scotch excellence. Plenty more questions, plenty more comments. Let's get it from our future leaders. Keep tweeting at Koinange Jeff, at Citizen TV Kenya, the hashtag JKLive. JKLive takes a break. We'll be back in a moment.